Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is your girl, Color Me, Bad Lynn. Long time no see. I am hopping on while I have a few moments to sit down and chat it up with you guys and share some of the scents that I will be rocking in the cooler months. When I say extremely affordable fragrances that you don't have to rob Peter to pay Paul to purchase or to wear. You could smell good for a fraction of the cost for designer and niche brand fragrances, and no one will ever know. So if you're interested in finding out what fragrances I popped on to share with you guys today that are extremely affordable and they smell absolutely amazing, please continue to watch. All right, so let's get off into it. We are comfy, we are cozy, we are not worried about any type of judgment. We are just popping on to share some scents that I think are absolutely amazing. Some of them I've worn, some of them I haven't worn. I don't even remember which ones are which. I may, as I touch them and smell them, remember if I've worn them or not. But I wanted to come on and share them with you because as we begin to give things away for the holiday season, fragrances that you purchase that have been just sitting, you never wear them. You think of people who would enjoy them better than you would. Not that we're regifting anything, because most oftentimes when I'm giving something away to someone, especially as a gift, and presentation, of course, is not everything, but most often times it is. These bottles will be brand new and never sprayed out on. Now today I am going to spray out on them. So if you are watching this and you get one of these for a holiday gift, don't sweat the technique. Whew, just letting you know, honey, hot flashes are real. All right, so before we get into sharing these fragrances that I'm super excited about sharing with you, wearing in the fall months, possibly gifting some of these away, I want to welcome you to my channel. Welcome. We're super glad to have you. I want to thank you all for your subscriptions, your support, your questions, your hey-hays, all of the above. Even the emails, I really do appreciate those, at least some of them. We don't open up no spam emails, so if you don't come correct to say who you are and what you want, we delete it. We block it and we delete it. Block, delete. And then we delete it and we block it. We block it and we delete it. We delete it and we block it. We drink our water and we mind our business. All right, so let's get into it. I have a pair of my readers and then I have a pair of glasses and I'm trying to get used to the prescription on. I'm not figuring out if they're working or they're not working, so we're going to figure it out. The first scent that I want to share with you guys that I probably won't be gifting away, but I have really been enjoying in the fall months is Dulce Lily. So this is a flanker of all of those little thingamabobs, and I keep this in the box because I'm not displaying fragrances at this time. And I also keep this in the box because it has a really pretty decor. And normally I keep all of the boxes of my Dolce & Gabbana fragrances, all of them, especially the ones that come inside of the velvet boxes. I really love those. This, if you don't know what it looks like, this is what it looks like. And there are flankers to this one. This is the only one out of the collection that smells really good on me. I absolutely love this. It has a note of lychee in it. It is not a newer fragrance, but this smells so good on me. I don't know if you know that Dolce & Gabbana fragrances rock really well for me and with me. They actually have the notes on the back of this particular box. It has passion fruit, bitter orange, and lily. I also believe that this has some other goodies in it. I normally don't do very well with fragrances like this. It has a little bit of a sparkliness to it. But when I tell you this, coupled with a couple of other scents that I wear this with, is absolutely gorgeous. It is absolutely divine. This really lasts on my skin, and that's something about Dolce & Gabbana fragrances, which is a design house. This is a eau de toilette. Eau de toilettes normally do not last long on me. This does. I have yet to have a Dolce & Gabbana fragrance throughout the years that I've been wearing fragrances that doesn't work well for me, and this is just yet another one. Again, I like all of the fragrances that came in this particular line. This particular flanker lily is the one that smells the best on me, but I love all Dolce & Gabbana fragrances. They always work really well for me and my body chemistry. Always have, and they probably always will. It is probably just one of those design houses that works really well for me. I'll name another house that works really well, and all of the scents smell good on me. Jo Malone, Estee Lauder, anything in Estee Lauder, Jo Malone. Who else can I think of offhand? Christian Dior. Those scents all smell good on me. Thomas Kazmala. Everything that they make smells good on me. So even if it's a scent out of those fragrance houses, just to name a few that I just shared with you guys, that doesn't smell the best on me, they all work. Chanel. All Chanel scents smell really, really good on me. There are just some scent houses and design houses and niche brands that work really, really well for me. I'll name another one. Creed works really well for me. Zerzoff works really good for me. So you have to find through trial and error fragrances and scents that work really good. Another design house, I talk about it all the time. We're going to talk about a bunch of them today. Lattafa. All of Lattafa's fragrances, I have yet to buy one or be gifted one or sent a set that didn't smell absolutely amazing on me. Juliet Has a Gun is another house. I can keep going now. But Juliet Has a Gun, that's my jam, y'all. Alright, so speaking of Lattafa, the house of Lattafa, I am going to go ahead and start sharing the ones that I'm going to share with you today, and most of them are from Lattafa. Again, extremely affordable fragrances that will make you smell absolutely amazing in cooler months. Warmer months as well. These are just the ones that I'm going to be rocking this fall and winter, and I wanted to share them with you. And a lot of these are scents that I normally don't wear on a regular basis, other than the House of Dolce & Gabbana this particular fall and winter. As you well know, I am always listening to something or having something playing in the background. You may not be able to hear, but I am listening to none other than Alex Isley. If you guys aren't familiar with who she is, I will make sure I share some of her album covers at the end of this recording. I absolutely love all of her music. There is not a song that I have not heard from her that I don't absolutely love. I love her from beginning to end, y'all. She is the daughter of one of the Isley brothers, the infamous Isley brothers, and you can hear it in her music. It's just good, y'all. So if you are not into or have never heard of her, or you've heard some of her music and didn't know who she was, I'll make sure to share one of her album covers at the end. Okay, so first up from the House of Lattafa, I want to share with you guys, I've been playing around with this fragrance for the last 3 or 4 days. Nothing but pleasurabilities. Lasts all day long until you scrub down. And if you don't scrub down properly, you'll still smell remnants of this. If you're wearing any hair extensions, if you're wearing any wigs or weaves or braids or anything, and you sprayed this and you got some on you, you're still gonna smell this. It smells so amazing. This is one of the fragrances. I think this is the original scent of Maillard Lattafa perfumes. I'm gonna put my glasses on so that I can, and hopefully these, I'm getting adjusted to these, so please excuse me. Okay, so yeah, I'm doing better without these. Okay, so this one is Maillard. Okay, this is the bottle here. And yeah, I'm going to take these off because I'm doing better without these. But we're going to try. Maillard Lattafa perfumes for women. It has fruitiness, rose, sweet, fresh, tropical. And we're going to take these off because I'm not going to. This makes no sense to try to struggle to read if you need them for reading. So you've got floral, aquatic, musky, and it is vanilla, you guys. This is so good. The vanilla does not pop on this for me, but I believe that it adds a smoothness for me that is just undeniable. This is good. And this is one I read reviews on, just to get an idea for what people think about it, because everybody's tastes are different. Everybody's body chemistry is different. Everything works differently on different people. And I've noticed that a lot of people have shared that this smells better as it matures. 1000% correct. It does, because the first time I sprayed out on this, it was like, okay, when I wore this a couple of times, I'm like, this is amazing. Throughout the day you can smell this. It is just gorgeous. It's a floral fruity. It is for women, but anyone who wants to wear this absolutely can, but it is definitely on the extreme feminine side, y'all. This is a good one. Launched in 2022, so it's been around for a minute. It has lychee, raspberry, violet leaf, white rose, peony, jasmine. The jasmine doesn't pop for me, and I'm grateful. Musk and vanilla. Anything that has a lychee in it or fig in it for me is a go. And this is one of them. This is good. I mean, like, this is one of those fragrances that you don't pay like $200 and $300 for. If it smells good on you and you fall in love with it, it's a goner in less than a month. You can see how much juice I've used of this one. I don't go to it all the time, but when it's a cooler day, like your fall months, even springtime, when you have those cooler rainy days or just chilly evenings, really, really moderate weather, but bearable on the most part, it's really beautiful. This is so beautiful. They label this a fruity fragrance, but it definitely could be a tropical fruity situation. This is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. If you don't have this one, I recommend that you grab this. All of the Maillard collection is beautiful, but this one right now is my fave. I'm sure as time goes on, I'll pop on and share my thoughts on other ones from this line. But this, y'all, excellent. If you love a juicy, fruity, creamy, get you some. All right, so let's pull another one out of the box that we've been wearing and enjoying. And while I'm pulling this out, let's figure out what our favorite Isley Brothers song is. What's your favorite song? I have so many. The first one that popped in my head was In Between the Sheets. I love For the Lover in You. Whitney Houston redid that, and both versions are amazing. So yeah, there's so many, but the first one that popped in my head, In Between the Sheets. All right, next one up on the list again is a unisex fragrance. A lot of the scents that I have in my collection, especially Middle Eastern fragrances and colognes, are typically unisex. I love unisex scents, and so they're typically unisex fragrances, and this is a unisex scent. So this particular scent here is called Mash Rabia Latafa. I love a good red light alert. I love fragrances and colognes that do that, right? Because otherwise, what's the purpose in wearing them? You know what I mean? They're not going to do for you what they're supposed to do. It makes no point. Next up on the list, this one is actually a scent that has a woman and a man scent to it. And so for that, we are excited. I'm going to spray a little bit of this one on really quick. So while I'm talking to you about it, I can kind of give you what I think about this one. I have not worn this one yet. This one is called Kingdom Latafa. And this is for the women. Of course, anyone who wants to wear this absolutely can. Love at first sniff. Sweet, fruity, fresh, vanilla, floral, powdery, musky, amber, woody, and aromatic. I love aromatic scents. This is good. Ooh, this is good. Like forever. All right, this one, when was it launched? 2024. So it hasn't been on the market that long. This is for women. There is a Kingdom for Men scent as well. Smells even better. Smells even better. This one is a floral, fruity, gourmand fragrance. Kingdom for Women was launched again in 2024. It has pear, peony, cassis, which is a floral, praline, tonka bean, jasmine, musk, vanilla, sandalwood, and amber. Really, really simple. Really, really pretty, y'all. I mean, like, okay, so I'm going to share with you what this smells like. I don't know if you're familiar with the design house or designer label Apple Bottom, right? So back in the day, the rapper Nelly, shout out to STL, had a fragrance called Apple Bottom. And there are 3 flankers in that line. I've shared on many occasions what I think about those scents. And I actually like Apple Bottom fragrance. I still have a bottle in my collection that I haven't used up. If it was a niche brand scent, if Apple Bottom were a niche brand scent, that's what this reminds me of. And I promise you, they didn't list anything about an apple or a spice or anything. This is good, y'all. That's what this reminds me of. Now it's starting to turn into something else on me. but it gives me that vibe. It's good. Trust me when I tell you, this is absolutely gorgeous. Maybe I shouldn't have used that as a reference, but that's what it gave me. Put me in the mindset of. I love the magnetic top. Well, you have to snap it on a little bit. This I could see myself overspraying. Woo, child. Well, if you like a fruity, it smells like a rich apple pie or apple a la mode or something. If you like to smell delicious, if your significant other likes for you to smell delicious, and they have a sweet tooth, but they really watch the sweets they eat. All right, so next up on the list is another scent. This one is directly for men. Totally. And I'm not a man, and I don't want to be one, and I don't want to be a boy. There's no inner boy in me or none of those things. But this is gorgeous. And I love a boozy scent. I love notes of booziness in my fragrances and colognes. This is beyond. Love at first sniff. This one is Assad Bourbon. Vanilla, cacao, lavender. I could do without the lavender, but if that's what makes this great, keep it coming. It has fresh, spicy, aromatic, amber, warm, spicy, powdery, and soft spicy. This one was launched in 2025. This one has, again, lavender, mirabella, pink pepper. Your middle notes are cacao. So you're going to get that hot chocolatey scent, nutmeg, Divana, bourbon, vanilla, amber, and vetiver. Where'd I spray it? Yes. Tonight's the night, baby. Tonight is the night. Now, this is extremely, y'all. Girl, hot. Woo! Hey! Woo! I just had me one. I'm telling you. Listen. All up in here. All around. It's all over me, and it's keeping me alive. I know he is keeping me alive. I almost thought I'm unfolding some secret mysteries around here. I'm telling you. Listen, if you don't, you won't. Get you some. This is gorgeous, and I mean that. It did that. I'm telling you, get you some. If you don't like a scent like that on yourself, ladies, and you have a significant other in your life and they like scents like that, or aromatic or warm, spicy, sexy, seductive, trust me when I tell you, this is a winner. No chicken dinner. Get you some. Hey, let me tell. Hey, you got your husband put that on and walk out the door. You want hey. I'll let you talk to you for a minute. Let me conversation. Make sure all the open lines of communication are active. You know, the moment that they changed home economics into a different name, the quality of how a young lady learns about homemaking changed. And although you learn some of those things from the women in your life, if you have that opportunity, but there are some things that I learned in home economics that my mother didn't teach me. Not that she didn't teach me anything, it's just that there are some things I picked up in home economics that she didn't teach me, that she didn't implement, she probably didn't know. And for that, I'm grateful that I had home economics, because I learned some lifelong lessons that have carried me all the way up until this point. One of them is that I paid attention to what the teacher was saying. Not that it was my favorite class, not that she was my favorite teacher. I can't even remember what my home economics teacher's name was, to be honest with you. You got to remember, I'm 51. So it's been a while. But some teachers' names you never forget, because they make an impression on you, right? But one thing I can tell you is for sure is that I'm not going to sit anywhere and be in attendance anywhere and not pay attention to the person that's speaking or teaching or instructing, facilitating, or supposed to be distributing or demonstrating some type of leadership before me, even if I know more than that person or I think I know more, I'm still going to pay attention, because there is something to be learned by all. Nothing just happens. People don't just cross paths for no reason. We are supposed to pay attention to the lessons that we are supposed to gain and gather. Sometimes there's an exchange. We're teaching and sometimes they think they're teaching and we're the ones that are the actual teachers. And that is okay. But I would not waste my time sitting somewhere and not pay attention to the lesson that is being taught. We're going for it today. We're going for all hits, no misses today. And I believe we got another banger. That's what I love about collecting fragrances, is the thrill of it all. It's an adventure. The next one and the last one I believe that we're going to share today is Kaed Al Fursan Latafa Perfumes. This is a unisex scent. Everyone, gather around. This main accord has fruitiness. It's sweet, woody, tropical, fresh, amber, warm, spicy, oud, white floral, and fresh spicy. And I love a warm spicy, fresh spicy scent, all wrapped up into one bottle. Absolutely gorgeous. Love at first sniff. This was launched back in 2016, so this has been around for a while. Fresh batch, fresh bottle, absolutely delicious. The longer you have this, the better it smells. Kaed Al Fursan by Latafa Perfumes is unisex for men and women. It is an oriental woody. I've shared with you guys before that I am a person who has a really good relationship with oriental fragrances. This one has a top note of pineapple, saffron. So this is our third scent with saffron in it. Balsam fir, which I love balsam fir in my fragrances and colognes. It has the white florals, it has cedar, it has amber, and agarwood, which is our oud, you guys. I love oud. If you guys don't know already, I'm a oud girl. I have some scents in my collection that are nothing but oud. Just a straight note of oud. I love the oils, the incense, the everything. This is gorgeous. It is sexy. This is intentional. Very intentional. Very matter of fact. Very clean. Again, it's a very warm, inviting. It's fresh. It has an aquatic scent to it. So even though it has a deep, sexy darkness to it, it also has that fresh aquatic scent or note to it. This is gorgeous. The reason why this is in a oriental category is because you got balsam fir, and then you got oud, which is your wood. So you got green, you got wood, you got fruit, you got flowers. And the way that they put this together gives you sexy chopsticks in a bottle. It's sweet, it's juicy. This is never going to disrespect you or the person sitting next to you. It will never offend the person that's riding in the car next to you, or if you're in the back seat and they got to let the windows down because you sprayed on too much perfume. This is gorgeous, and I love a fragrance with pineapple in it. And the pineapple pops in this for me, which is so amazing because I love tropical scents. And so if you have a really, really manly man and you love for him to smell really, really sexy, sensuous, and good, and you like for him to have that fresh, aquatic, but a little bit of sweet fruit juiciness to his scent, like juice, like a expensive piece of juicy fruit bubble gum. Get you some. This is divine, you guys. Ooh, like I'm sure there's a video out there somewhere called Dollar Tree, not no Dollar Store, not no more. I promise you. I'm willing to bet. So that's where I'm headed to. I think. I want to. Sometimes I like to go. And so that's where I'm headed to. So I'm gonna put everything up. And thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate all of your love and your support. It is duly noted. All of your notes, your likes, your shares, whatever you do, I appreciate it, you guys. I appreciate the love and support for all these years I've been doing this. I thank you. So happy holidays. The holidays are upon us once again. And I pray God's blessing over everybody, your families to be safe. Praying for all those bereaved families, people who have lost loved ones. Also praying for our government servicemen and women who have been furloughed and things of that nature that are, going through something they probably never faced before. Praying for those people who are on the verge of or who have lost their benefits that are actually taking care of and raising their children, whether they're gone back to school or it's just less expensive for their family to stay at home with the children versus putting them in daycare and things of that nature. Praying for those people as well. Praying for our nation, praying for our country, keeping people in your mind when you come across people on a day-to-day basis. You never know, guys, what people are going through and what they are facing, what's on their minds. And oftentimes when we have come out of situations or we have become better or we no longer live in a certain neighborhood or demographic or we no longer have to eat cheese and crackers for breakfast, lunch, and dinner or whatever the case may be, sometimes we look down our nose on people because of whatever situation they may be facing. And I heard a very famous comedian make a clear statement the other day about how, one missing paycheck can keep you, from your lifestyle and take you straight to something less than. And so we have to be really, really mindful and prayerful for people because you just never know in a day what will happen. And I don't care how many ducks you have in a row. So let's be mindful and be encouraging during this holiday season. Make sure we are like digging through our clothes that we don't use anymore, donating them, our canned goods, giveaways. There are giveaways all over everybody's city, everywhere. Even if you don't belong to a church, they are accepting donations. Check and find out when they're starting to accept those donations for families that are in need, you guys, and give a little. You know what I mean? Even if you're in need, when you give out of your need, God blesses yours. God blesses your seed, right? And so I think that's really, really important. I've always been a giver. I'm not trying to encourage anybody to take on my beliefs. I'm just a natural born giver. My parents were givers. I watched them as a little kid, watched them give and bless other people. I come from a family of givers. And I try to teach my children, and now when I hang out with my grandchildren, I share that with them. You don't have any reason to be jealous of anyone. Anything that you see somebody else with, you can get it, and you don't have to take it. You can work hard for it and get it. Never be envious of what someone else has. You don't know how or what it took for them to get those things. And you can't do nothing with nobody else's blessing. You can't. You just can't. So I just want to keep that in mind. If you come across this video, share it. Share your love this holiday season. Even if you don't celebrate, be kind. Give kindness. Give encouragement, a kind word or a compliment. You never know how far that can go and how that can bless someone who may be on the verge of trying to, take their own life, you guys. There's a lot going on in this world. It always has been. But I know during the holiday seasons, things like that are at an all-time high. You got people that don't have anybody. they've lost their family, the majority of their family, and then the quality of their life is not as good as it used to be or has never been. And those things really get heavy and weigh heavy on a person during these times of the year. So make sure you be kind, come across somebody and you get an opportunity to be nice to somebody. Try it. You might like it. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.